morning and welcome to another of our wonderful days on our grand tour of Europe. We're in Lithuania and have just left an area of land called the Curonian Spit.
This is a long piece of land which is basically a huge long sand dune. To get there we came across the ferry from this town called Klaipėda. Now this is an interesting spit of land because about half of it, about 50 kilometres, belongs to Lithuania and the other half belongs to Russia, the part of Russia, Kaliningrad. In theory, you could get a visa and go across to Russia. When we got there, we drove all the way down through the part of the island to one of the towns called Nida. There's about 5 small villages on the island, no big towns at all. It's not very wide. In most places it's about 1 kilometre, but down one side of it, so as you go down south, on the left hand side it's a really calm lagoon and you can see over to mainland Lithuania, and on the other side it's the Baltic Sea. Because it's a sand dune, of course, you get the most beautiful sandy beaches. And the first day when we went swimming it was really calm and beautiful, and then do you remember we went the next day and there were great big waves everywhere, which was actually even more fun.
The wind had got up.
It had. It was very different on the 2 different days that we were there. That was quite interesting. It's a really nice place to stay. There is nothing there but tourism these days. In the past it was very different. It was just fishing villages everywhere. And one of the interesting things, back in the day when it was run by the Soviets, each of the fishing villages had their own area they could go fishing. And on the back of their boats, they had to have a wind vane. But it had to be a wind vane that people from a distance could see which village they came from. And they started to make more and more ornate ones. And then people came over and started to buy them. And then of course they became even more ornate. These days we didn't see any on the boats, but what we did see was all the way along the coast there would be displays of them. Very ornate, and each one is different. Because it's quite a tourism-y holiday place, when we got there we found that there was a jazz festival on. We were there midweek and I think the main part of the festival was happening at the weekend. But it was lovely because on the seafront in the evening there was a band playing and it was just full of loads of people and families just enjoying the music in the evening. I think it's one of the things we've enjoyed about travelling, when you just turn up and there's something happening which is a bit different and a bit interesting.
You'll hear the jazz band because that's the recorded music.
We've said how much we've enjoyed cycling, so we cycled up along the cycle tracks, following the coast, through the pine forests, up to a little village on the coast where we had lunch and a bit of a rest, and then cycled back down again. It was a lovely sunny day, and I have to say cycling on the island is just beautiful.
Take a look at the video, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Ačiū labai.